Hey guys, it's me, Mario, and today we're going to continue with Koldo, the Arctic Warrior. Chapter 4, A Narrow Escape. How you all doing today? Hope you're doing well. I am in the zone, yes. The bear let out a mighty roar and leaped forwards. Elena dragged Tom out of the way, only just in time. Their attacker crashed into the wall of ice, sending shards flying through the air like daggers. The bear cried out in pain as his nose collided against the cave wall. He reared up and let out another stench-filled roar, turning to face Tom and Elena. Now the massive creature stood between them and the scales. "Thanks for saving me. Now stay back," Tom warned Elena. She nodded, backing reluctantly away. Oh, excuse me. The bear lumbered towards him and swiped out with a paw. Tom ducked beneath the slicing claws and looked for a way to get to the scales. But the bear was too big. When it came at him again, Tom swung his sword. The bear roared and shuffled back, snapping its drooling jaws. Strings of saliva fell onto the cave floor. It padded forwards, the ground river vibrating with each step, forcing Tom to back away. He swung his sword through the air, but the blade didn't stop the animal's relentless approach. Slowly, Tom was being pushed backwards. "I have an idea," Elena cried. "Throw me the amulet." Trusting his companion, Tom tossed it to her. "Can you hold him back?" she asked. There was a sudden movement beside Tom's face, and he brought his shield up into the air, just in time to block a blow from the bear's mighty fist. The force of the strike vibrated along the injured hand, and he swallowed back his pain. "I think so," he grimaced. "But hurry." And Elena was gone. Backing towards the mouth of the cave, Tom was alone. He advanced towards the bear, cutting arcs through the air with his blade. Pain made him cry out, and the bear's eyes seemed to narrow with pleasure. Tom passed the sword into his left hand. He wouldn't be able to fight very well with it, but what choice did he have? As he thrust the sword towards the bear, the hilt caught on a jagged piece of rock. Without the strength in his hand to hold it firmly, the sword clattered to the ground uselessly. It landed at the bear's feet, and Tom darted forwards to grab it. A paw swung down, and although Tom threw himself to one side, he was too slow. The bear hit Tom, smashing him against the cold cave wall. The bear lumbered towards him, jaws wide. Tom got unsteadily to his feet, blood trickling down his cheek. Something flashed between the bear and Tom's heart leaped. Elena! How had she got there? Then he remembered the second entrance. And here's Tom fighting the bear. With Elena in the background right there. He could see his friend's head and shoulders on the other side of the tiny opening, peering into the cave. Beyond her, Tom could see Storm's legs. Elena put her fingers in her mouth and let out a shrill whistle. The bear turned clumsily to look at her, but not for long. He turned back towards him and growled fiercely. Excuse me for that burp. Elena, distract him again, Tom cried out. She whistled again, but this time the bear ignored her, lunging at Tom, its paws scything the air. Tom stumbled backwards. There was a sudden hiss through the air and then thwack. The bear bellowed, spinning around. Tom saw one of Elena's arrows sticking into its foot. It wasn't enough to seriously injure such a huge animal, but it was guaranteed to get its attention. It's now or never, Tom muttered to himself. Tom flung his sword through the air. It sailed towards the cave wall above the bear's head, and the point lodged it into the ice. The bear turned on him again, but Tom was ready. He ran forwards, gaining speed all the time. Bad. Lost my spot. The whole time. The bear lunged for him, but Tom placed a foot against the cave wall, kicking off to leap into the air. Reaching for the sword's hilt, the fingers of his left hand grabbed it. Tom swung his legs over the bear's head, keeping hold of the sword. It came loose and Tom dropped onto the cave floor behind the bear. He was not beside the scales, and he snatched them from their resting place. Itchy mustache. Tom scrambled towards the second entrance. Stay back, Elena called. We need to make this bigger. Okay, but hurry, Tom called, crouching down and looking nervously over her shoulder. Thank goodness for the bear's size. It had followed him, but its huge body was struggling to squeeze into the low space of the second entrance. But for how long? Tom covered his head as ice showered over him. Storm was using his hooves to kick at the sides of the second entrance. Soon, there was just enough room for Tom to slide out of the cave into the snow. Thank you, he gasped, as he brushed the flakes away. The bear's roar filled the cave behind him, and its angry face dribbling saliva. Peeking out of the narrow opening. But Tom was safe. It would be impossible for the bear to squeeze through. He stood up and patted Storm's neck. How did you find your way to the second entrance? He asked Elena. Elena held up the amulet. You said we could always trust this, his friend replied. Silver sniffed at the scales in Tom's hand and then whined. "Let's hope these scales can help us," Thomas said, slipping them into the leather bag that held the rest of Freya's prizes. He shuddered as he heard a final roar from the bear. "Elmel's creatures are everywhere," he said, as they turned back towards the icy plains, and we're only halfway through our quest. Who knows what lies ahead. And here's the stuck bear by the small cave entrance. The art is always so cool in these, but you only see it for a few seconds, so... Hopefully next week I will be reading chapter 5 to you guys. A Beast in Chains. My German is kicking me today. If you guys don't know, German is my my first language. And English is my second. In case you guys don't know, I'm German. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed chapter 4, was it? Yeah, chapter 4. I have to go back in. Chapter 4, A Narrow Escape. And I also hope you like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you guys are interested in more Beast Quest videos. And more great Dragon Book entries, because I have to do those too. And I hope you guys also check out my art on Dragon Master Mario on DeviantArt. And I will see you hopefully next week. Hopefully. I will try to record every week. I will try. No promises though. I will try, but no promises. Alright. See y'all in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe. I think I already said that, but... This is why I need to record more. This is why I need to record more. So I can actually get the things done that I need to do. Like, finish the extra dragons of the Great Dragon Book, and Series 5 of Beast Quest. If only. We can only hope that I do these more often, instead of 3 every few months. Sorry about that. It's been a long while. It's been a long while. It's been a long while. But I don't know. I'm just gonna stop recording this one and edit it and upload it. And we'll see after I record the Great Dragon Book entry. We will see how long the next recording session takes. But we can only hope. You guys can only hope. I will try my best. but no promises. Alright. We'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.